Okay, so you watch the show. Now it's time to level up. Hit that join button and get the VIP treatment. Early access, behind the scenes, and even shout-outs on the spot. Get in the mix with the real ones, breeders, fans, and all the dog lovers. Join the fam, be a part of something bigger. Starting at just $1, you get access to the best content we got. And that's not all. Members get 10% off all merch and gear. Plus, you're on the priority list for getting your next pup. You're in the loop. To join, just click the join button below this video. Pick your tier and boom, you're part of the squad.
Hey, what's going on, Mr. CEO? What's happening, man? Dre in the building. What's happening? Yeah, man. Man, Mr. CEO, what's going on, mister? Okay, they coming in here now. All right, quick, what's happening? Yeah, you know, that's he at work, Dre. He putting in that work, you know what I'm saying? Mad Doctor in the building. Yeah. Walnut, PA. Hey, man, we got something to say today, boy. And you know, we've been going in lately, man, touching on some decent topics, man. You know, topics that you know, boys, needs to be talked about, you know, on a regular basis. There you go.
Thank you. Man, you got that. I'll be multitasking. I'm over here talking like a motherfucker. I'm giving people, I'm giving Dre his flowers. I'm talking down. Can't hear shit.
Yeah, man.
Nah, I was saying, what's good to the chat? Samurai, Quick, Mad Doctor, Walnut. Walnut, okay, what's up, Walnut? Mad Doctor in the building. Man, I want to give, before we even start, bro, before we do anything.
Okay.
I want to give Samurai his flowers, man.
Man, Dickie with the One Piece. Salute.
Dickie in the building. What's good, Dickie? Dickie Foster. Man, I want to give him his flowers, man. I'm proud of him. You know, he come a long way, bro. He came a long way, bro. How can I explain? Iron sharpening iron, bro. Y'all better. Let me just say this, man. I ain't trying to tell it. You know, I don't know what he want out there now, so I ain't gonna run him out, but. Man, y'all better tap in, man. That's all I'm saying. Y'all better tap the fuck in. Join the team, man. Cause this shit about to, man. Fuck talking about it, man. We just gonna show y'all, man.
With that being said, man, look. So the other day we took like a little page from Nonstop at J-Bo page, man. We were turning corners through that Baltimore, man. Then we jumped on the jet. You know what I'm saying? We were flowing. Now we're about to jump on the boat. You know what I'm saying? We about to go in the deep water, man. We about to go in the big body of water, man. You know, with the sharks and you know, the whales and you know, all of that, man. We got drinks, we got all that stuff, man, like a cruise, man. But we're fixing to go in, man. So y'all strap up. Somebody go ahead and bang that champagne on the bottom of the boat. But we about to leave the dock. Ready?
Let's go.
Okay.
I got my motion sickness pills. Let's go. Let's do
it. Show, man. So today we are going to talk about self-reliance, making everything your own by taking extreme ownership. You know?
You said extreme ownership?
Extreme ownership.
Why I can't just take ownership? I gotta be extreme.
Because, man, taking ownership is is a surface type deal. Extreme ownership is looking for the root of the issue, man. You know what I'm saying? And how, even though things are out of your hands, out of your control, you still have control over how you react, how you handle your situation. Do you curse? Do you say, poor little me? Oh man, the world is coming down on me, man. Poor me, poor me, poor me.
Poor little Tank.
Oh man, poor little Big A. You know what I'm saying? These are things that we need to talk about. So yeah, man, we're gonna dive into that, bro. You know, and when we start to analyze a lot of these situations and start looking at where we fit within that situation, that's a form of extreme ownership. When you get extreme ownership, then you can, arguably have unstoppable results. So it's a person that I would like to talk about, and we're gonna dive into it. And I'm gonna start with a quote that they wrote, and I'm gonna take my time reading this, man, because this one's a heavy one, man. This is a quote that I memorized when I was down, when I was sitting in that good in that little old penitentiary, man, figuring life out. He said, human nature is so constituted that it cannot honor a helpless man, although it can pity him. And even this it cannot do long if signs of power do not arise. I'm going to say that again, man. Human nature is so constituted that it cannot honor a helpless man, although it can pity him. And even in this, it cannot do long if signs of power do not arise. Frederick Douglass wrote that. So, with that being said, man, we're going to have to dive into Frederick Douglass' life. We're going to have to go back in time in the history and look at this. Because when you look at his life and then you compare it to this quote, it makes more sense than the quote alone. You know what I'm saying? And before we do that, man, tell me what you're taking away from this quote, Mr. CEO.
Man, let me hear it one more time.
Okay. All right. Human nature is so constituted that it cannot honor a helpless man, although it can pity him. And even in this, it cannot do long if signs of power do not arise.
I ain't trying to be funny, but
you want me to break it down?
What I got from that is, you can't be a bitch ass nigga. That's the
in so many words, yes and no. Yeah. Yep. Without a doubt.
Human nature is that we talking science, right? Your biology, how you were created, why you were created, and what your natural state is in nature, right? Human nature, right? Humanity. We do pity the weak.
Yes.
But are you really weak? And is that why you're not getting pity? Because you got a lot of them that play weak, but they're not really weak. And the people around them that know they're not weak, or they'll see certain attributes in them that they might not have, and it throws them off. Now,
when we start talking about that stuff, man, we've all seen people in their struggles. You've all had people reach out to you, in their lowest of low times, and might need a couple of dollars. You might need it might be the tables might be turned, man. Life is life, and these things happen. You might give somebody a couple of dollars, and they go do it. Might literally help them. They go do what they're supposed to do with it, or they might not. But time goes by and they come back and they ask again. You help them out. Then time goes by again, they ask again. You help them out with asking for nothing in return. After a while, that was a sign of you showing empathy and having sympathy by helping them with their situation. But not only are you helping them with their situation, you're hindering them in their situation because now they have become a dependent. And then after that fact, now you're starting to step back and look like, wait a minute. And that's where the thing comes in. Let me explain it. Human nature is so constituted that it cannot honor a helpless man, although it can pity him. So in that format, that's your process of pity, of empathy, of sympathy. But even this, it cannot do long if signs of power don't arise. So if you giving this person funds to help them with their situation, but they are literally not trying to climb out of their situation, that pity becomes something else. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna look at it from a self perspective. That was just something talking about money because I know a lot of us can relate to it. But we're gonna start talking about our own situations in life. Sometimes we put in a situation of a negative. Everybody doesn't start at the same starting line, but that doesn't mean that everybody finishes in that same format. So a lot of times we'll be in situations where you feeling the system is against you, whatever that system is, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? The this and this and that, everything is coming down on you, or whatever the case may be. And before you know it, you have a self-pity party. Self-pity party leads to depression.
Yep.
Depression, we already talked about this in the last few days. When men go into a depressive state, everybody reacts different. But one thing is ultimately more universal than not is anger, frustration, resentment, all of these things, man. And you start to have yourself a pity party, and poor me, poor this, poor that. And we have expectations. Boys have expectations. Expect people to have a pity party with you. Expect people to reach out their hand and pull you out the situation and help you. And we've all, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this from a finger pointing perspective. This is just a talk in general shit. I had to come out my shell, at some point in time. It's a, so it's a universal thing, man. This is something that definitely needs to be talked about. Because how we face these situations when all this stuff is coming down on you, or you on vice versa, like I just said, you helping somebody else out. You have to realize, man, the universe has something that reaches out. Your thoughts, usually followed by some form of action. You speak it into the universe, a lot of these things start to play out. So, started with that pity party and the whole nine, man. Like, when we human, man, you got a pity party for yourself. You should put a timer on. You got X amount of hours to get this pity party over with and get back to business. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, I want to talk about Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass was born into slavery. Born into slavery. You know what I'm saying? And not only, you know, let me read some stuff that I got on Frederick, man. You know what I'm saying? To break it down for you. All right. Born Frederick Augustus Washington Bailey in February 1818 on the eastern shore of Maryland. He was separated from his mother as an infant and barely knew her. By three. He never knew his father. Thought it was rumored that he was a white enslaver. This early separation was a common tactic and several family bonds among enslaved people. So starting off, you already at a negative. At a negative, everything is already stacked against you.
Shit, double negative.
Yeah, a double negative.
God damn.
Double negative. You know what I'm saying? This is a perfect example because, you know, we like I say, you know, we all have our own situations, man, but I can guarantee you somebody else's situation is hell on earth compared to yours. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yes, sir. I see you, man, doctor. You said, Big A, we on the Titanic riding the train on the flat earth. Let's get it. You know,
they started already.
Yeah. So, lack of identity. Like most enslaved children, he had no accurate knowledge of his age or birthday, a deliberate act by enslavers to keep them ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Harsh living conditions. You know, let's talk about education. Right. You know, if you don't know about education, not allowed to read. You know, forbidden path to education. You know, when sent to Baltimore at the age of 8, his enslaver's wife, Sophia, shout out to Sophia, big shout out to Sophia, began teaching him the alphabet. By 7, however, her husband quickly forbade it, stating that learning would spoil the best, you know what I'm saying, in the world and make him unfit to be a slave. You know what I'm saying? This moment was a turning point for Douglass, revealing to him that literacy was a pathway from slavery to freedom. Self-education. We talked about that. Like, we spend all this time, you know, spending. We got 100% of energy to waste in the day, and we talked about this yesterday. It started with the green-eyed monster. Then we started, you know, we going through the whole deal. Now we going through that process, man. You don't have time for unnecessary conflict. You don't have time for the manipulation. In situations like this, this is a perfect example. Perfect example. You know what I'm saying? Despite prohibition, Douglass was determined. He secretly taught himself to read and write by bribing poor white children with bread in exchange for lessons, practicing with discarded newspapers and copying letters from shipyards. And you know what I'm saying? All right. You know what I'm saying? So at some point in time, he ends up escaping. You know what I'm saying? Escaping. They bring him back. When they bring him back, they like, what? You know what? I got something for you. I'm going to send you to the Winn-Dixie. In real life.
Mm-hmm.
In real life. You know what I'm saying? And he made it. He made it. You know what I'm saying? And then started to become, and then he created a newspaper. It was a whole bunch of stuff that Frederick Douglass did against the grain, which leads us back to this quote right here. In all of that process, you didn't hear him feel sorry for himself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We are our own. We can be our own worst enemy when we start having these type of pity parties. You know what I'm saying? Human nature is so constituted that it cannot honor a helpless man, although it can pity him. And even in this, it cannot do long if signs of power do not arise. And I'm sorry if I be short with a lot of people in life, man, but it be behind stuff like this. Sincerely.
Yeah. Facts.
I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like some people don't have patience for this. I don't have patience. You know what I'm saying? I can show you pity to a certain extent, but then I got to keep it moving, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of us got kids that we got to take care of, let alone trying to, you know what I'm saying, fix a grown man's issues that ain't trying to help himself.
Right. Facts. Facts.
So, you know, that's the one thing that you know, so, you know, and I find myself, and I know a lot of things, like a lot of times when I get in, you know, I'm passionate with a lot of stuff in my delivery, be certain ways and whatnot. But this quote right here was a big cornerstone in my life.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big cornerstone in my life. So if I'm sitting here honoring and trying to and taking this and, you know, incorporating it into my life, you only have so much patience for people that sincerely don't want to help themselves.
Right. I ain't got no patience, bro. No.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, you know, but that's something that, you know, so yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's deep, bro. Cause I you know, read about Frederick Douglass, but I didn't know all that. I'm gonna have to.
Man, he got a plan. Yes, man, y'all. Hey, yeah, man. Frederick Douglass is a beast. When you start looking at the things that he had to overcome, and then you start paying attention to the quotes that you know, people live and die by, or change their life by. Man, this stuff is heavy, bro. And that's another reason why I say, man, anybody can write a book. Anybody can write a book, but have you done your research on that author? You know what I'm saying? So it hit different when you start, you know what I'm saying? When you start looking at it from a different perspective, and you start looking at today's life, and then you start seeing a different perspective from how you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a quote. That quote alone, is somebody would have embodied that quote, could change their life.
Yep.
That I was reading that quote when I was locked up on a 10-year bid.
Yeah.
You talking about where boys start having sympathy, empathy for themselves and poor me and all this? Nah, bro.
And you was in the perfect situation. You know what I'm saying? For
like
that.
Malcolm X said, next to the university. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Man.
And a lot of youngins, I've had you know, I talk to a lot of youth, you know what I'm saying, in different cities, you know what I'm saying, different states. And the ones that did had to sit down, had to do a little stretch, they had what it does, it forces you to go inward. Because you can't.
Whatever you gonna be, what the best thing whatever it's gonna be, you gonna go left or you gonna go right. But whatever it is there.
Yep. And it's like people say, you can either do the time or let the time do you. While you in there, you still have resources, right? Even in jails, you still. Now I ain't saying all jails, but you got resources, right? You got libraries, you got lawyers that didn't pass the bar, right? You got motherfuckers in there looking at people's cases, getting their cases, handling their cases, getting shit overturned, getting shit, getting appealed, all types of shit. So, and the negative, the bullshit there too. So you know what I'm saying? It's how are you going? So for instance, to tie that in with Frederick, he could have went any way. He could have chose to just been a slave and live his life out and just die. He could have chose to, you know, just give the fuck up, not learn how to read, not learn how. All these things, all these tests, right, that he had to pass. He wasn't. Think about what Big A just said, and I'm about to give you an analogy. He had tests that he had to pass, right? He did not have the textbooks, right? He did not know the curriculum. Fuck all that. He couldn't even read the textbooks if he had them. He couldn't read the curriculum if he had it, right? So you got a test that you got to take. Not only are you not prepared for the test, you don't even have the tools needed to even prepare for the fucking test. How can you interpret information or take this information in and retain it to be able to pass the test when you can't even read the fucking information? You can't read. So when we say he started from, when I said a double negative, I meant that shit, 'cause I'm like, damn, I never thought about it like that. So I don't think people understand, Big A, why they didn't want us to read. It's a reason. It's a reason. And to this day, we are in 2025. Still, right? We went from having to sneak away and risk death to read or learn how to read to now you got to pretty much threaten the nigga to open the fucking book.
Yeah. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, let's move a little further to give you guys another example. Nelson Mandela. You see what I'm saying? If you guys don't know about Nelson Mandela, man, he was locked up.
Straight G.
Yeah. And it was something that he, you know, it was out of his hands. It didn't have nothing to do with it. He got hit with 27 years.
Yep.
He did 18 other years on a 27-year bid. You know what I'm saying? You understand? You know? And still came out and changed the world. The way we look at the world. You know, what's his name? The Hurricane. Y'all seen that?
Reuben Hurricane Carter. That's that, man. Hey, don't look. You about to I'm about to mute up. You about to get tight.
No, I'm just now. You good? But I'm saying these are perfect examples of not having a pity party in the worst of worst situations. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Reuben,
like,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like the worst of worst is the worst of worst situations. You know, one of the main things that you can do for yourself, man, is you know, get up and get the moving. You know what I'm saying? Most people have self-pity for themselves when they sitting still. When they got time to think about a situation and how all this other stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Get up and get it moving. Put the remote down. You know what I'm saying? Get off the couch. Man. You know
God, man, Dr. said, God be
Marcus Garvey.
A lot of people don't know. Look, quick side note. I had this job I used to work at, working with children with autism, special needs children, and the teacher, she was Liberian, and she didn't even know her own history, bro. She didn't even know. Come to find out, bro, I think when I was talking to her, she gave me the history that she got from her family. She was caught up in that whole. She's a descendant of the Garvey movement. She's really from here. She was descended from those that left here and went to Africa, and didn't even know that shit. Yeah, and just a conversation. You know, I got the whole classroom. I was in there, you know, educating them on, you know, the Garvey movement, and you know, come to find out, bro, I was like, that's crazy. She really from here. And but one thing I want to say this. What do y'all notice? I want to see if everybody noticed this shit. What do you notice about all these men that we speaking? When you think about a great man, what's what makes them great? Why we even know these men's names or that they even live? Why do we know who these men are? Ain't nobody in this chat was alive to meet none of these motherfuckers, or alive when these motherfuckers was walking around. Maybe Mandela, but the rest of, like, we don't even know if these people really existed, right? But it ain't even about that. It don't matter if they existed or not. It's the story, right? And the inspiration that you get from it, right? Reading a story about a man on a journey, on his purpose, and all the adversity that he has to go through. It don't even sound believable, some of it. It's like, God damn, how the fuck I think I couldn't do that. I couldn't deal with that. That's the point. That's what makes them different from you and exceptional men. That's why we talking about them. All of them went through adversity.
Yeah, and the thing is, man, like, you don't know what you're capable of until you have to rise to the occasion. You cannot become great with no obstacles that's laid before you. The obstacles that were laid before Frederick Douglass were heavy obstacles. Obstacles that most people will give in and quit.
Yep. Facts.
The obstacles that were laid before the hurricane, Marcus Garvey, before, you know what I'm saying? All these folks, these are obstacles that were laid before them, and they overcame the obstacle.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's okay to have that pity party. It's okay, but you better set a timer on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real. You know, I mean, just being honest. But like, these are the reason they're great is because the obstacles that were laid before them, they overcame them.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have it don't matter what it is that's facing before you, your reaction to it means everything. You know what I'm saying? We Bulldogs coming from a Bulldog community, and game is always talked about and all this other stuff, man. But like, man, I mean, for real, when we face with these obstacles, some of us curl up.
Yep.
Curl out. Duck and dodge. Look for the safe way out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The only way that we gonna become great, the only way that you gonna become great in your own situation, dealing with your own, with whatever you got going on, is for you to face the obstacles that's before you and don't curl out. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why those boys became great. Hit me with a 27 piece. Man, you can't see the light of day.
Right.
There is no light at the end of the tunnel when you're looking at 27 years. You're like, man, what? So, I mean, like, man, when you start, you know, and that's why, like, you know, I'm not, there is no line in me, man. I'm a straight follower, bro. But I don't like, these are the people that I choose to follow. Right. You know what I'm saying? When I'm lost, man, I go to quotes like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can have conversations, we can talk about it and stuff like that. But man, when most of us, when you in your worst time and your time of need, ain't nobody there for you. It's just you.
Yep. But that's all you need, though.
Yeah.
That's all the fuck you need. And I'm gonna say this from experience. I live this shit. That's why this shit hit different. All these stories that I'm hearing, because I'm like, damn, I think about the stuff I went through and compare my life and my journey to other great men, right? So it's like, damn, would I had the mental fortitude to overcome these things, right? Mm-hmm. And it inspires me, and it gives me, if I'm feeling like a bitch ass nigga, I'm feeling like, you know, what was me? Oh, I can't. Oh, why me? That's what we all do it. Why me? God damn, I try to do the right thing, and my damn work, pay my taxes, and take care of these badass kids. Why me? Why me? Yeah. Nigga, why not you? Why not you? With your bitch ass. Why not you? You know why it's you? It's you because you can handle it. Mm-hmm. The universe, God, would never put, whatever you want to believe in, whatever you think, your high source, whatever you call it, would never put more on you than you can bear. Yeah. Women got wide hips, men got wide shoulders for a reason. We carry the heavy load. Yeah. Yep. They carry the load that we put in them. But now, on the serious note, as a man, right? You're gonna do what makes you a man and what makes you honorable. Think about what he said about Frederick Douglass. Think about this, what Frederick Douglass said, and I 100% agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
What he's saying is, if as a man, you can get pity, right? You can get sympathy and empathy from humanity, right? From society, right? From your community. But it's minimal because that's humanity, right? We give everybody grace, so we give everyone gets what's what I'm looking for? Everyone gets empathy, right? Or sympathy.
Yeah.
Everyone gets it.
To a certain extent.
But everyone gets it. But this is the thing, as a man, it's like, all right, because think about it. Who the fuck really bring it? I want the chat, put in the chat, name one man throughout history that was a bitch ass nigga and that we talk about today and that's honored and that has monuments and I'm talking about melanated men.
Yeah.
You show me a melanated man. We ain't talking about all men. We talking about melanated men who were bitch ass niggas, ain't do nothing great, made excuses, bullshitted around, ain't do nothing, ain't been through shit, and we honor them and talk about them.
Yeah.
They don't exist.
Yeah. So check this out. Nicole, if anybody read Niccolò Machiavelli, The Prince, that's a good book to read, man. You know what I'm saying? And in the book, The Prince, he talks as how can I say it? Like fortune is a woman. You know what I'm saying? And check this out. He say, without a doubt, princes become great when they overcome difficulties and hurdles put in their path. When fortune wants to advance a new prince, she creates enemies for him, making them launch campaigns against them so that he is compelled to overcome them and climb higher on the ladder that they have brought him. Therefore, many judge that a wise prince must skillfully fan some enmity whenever the opportunity arises, so that in crushing it, he will increase his standing. Simply put, you can't become great without an obstacle in front of you. You just cannot become great without an obstacle before you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, like this is stuff that we really, you know what I'm saying? We really got to take some self-reflection and start taking extreme ownership over our situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't control the world around you, but you have a decision on how you react and how you handle things. You know how we face these obstacles that's before us. You gonna curl up?
Yep.
You gonna cry? You gonna have a self-pity party? Because sometimes it's just you and God. Yep. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You put your hand out, ain't nobody there. Poor me.
And let me say this, Big A. Because this, I want to drive this home. I want everybody to understand. If you don't get this, you must get this as a man.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, all you got is you. All you've ever had is you. You came in this motherfucker by yourself. You're going to lead this motherfucker by yourself.
Self-reliance.
You don't need nothing. You need nothing. You need no one. 50 Cent said it. What was that movie? The movie about his life or whatever when it's come up. What was his name? Get Rich or Die Trying.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when he had just got shot up and shit. They was out. I don't know where they was at, by the water and shit. And the girl was like, because she started looking at. Oh my God! Hold on, this scene. That's a great example. It perfectly fits with what the fuck we talking about. I don't know if y'all seen that movie or you remember that scene. But he had his girl showed him pity.
Yeah.
Everyone was showing him pity, but after a while, it's like, nigga, you the motherfucking nigga. You the leader.
Yeah.
You the leader. We lick your wounds. We fucking, but all right, nigga, what you gonna do? You gonna just stay in this fucking just depressed state and like, nigga, we got work to do.
Yeah.
You ain't dead, nigga. You still here. We got work to do. So they had to kind of like,
And then remember what she said? She was like, "Oh, I don't know who you are. You know, like you weak." He was like, "Man, I don't need anybody." He took them fucking pills. He crushed them up in the sink. I don't need anybody. I don't need anything.
Yeah.
He took them fucking braces out himself. Like this nigga, he went through hell.
Mm-hmm.
But he needed that. But that's my point. They gave him empathy and sympathy. But it was like, all right, nigga, you know, look, what we doing? Because nigga, we broke. We asked that. You the leader, nigga. You the rock. You the backbone.
Yeah.
We can't stand up without you, nigga. We need you. The whole body, without no back, your back fucked up. Anybody got a fucked up back? No, I don't give a fuck how many muscles you got. How you can bench fucking 500 pounds, nigga. 18 reps to 500. I don't give a fuck. If that back don't work, nigga, you done.
Yeah. So
my point is, as a man, at the end of the day, you gonna go through that shit as a child. My son's going through that. Oh, no, y'all don't care about me and all that. Nigga, this is life, little nigga. This is life. I'm not gonna put this shit. I'm gonna everything my father didn't give me that I had to go get. I'm giving it to you. But some shit you gonna have to go get too. Cause I ain't perfect. I don't have it all. I don't know all the fucking answers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm flawed. My father was flawed. His father was flawed. But guess what? Each generation is each one supposed to teach one. He's supposed to give me every fucking thing he got from all the ancestors that came before him. Everything they passed down, he's supposed to give me that, and I'm supposed to add to it. To give it to my son. He adds to it and gives it. That's how it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
So how can you do that as a man if you's a bitch ass nigga? You shouldn't even have. There was a time period where if you weren't a certain type of man, a man of a certain type of caliber, you couldn't even have children. Your lineage would die with you. Your bloodline, your pedigree would die with you. You can't procreate. You can't bring forth life. You can't have a wife. You can't have a family. You can't have children.
Yeah. And
I agree with that because that breeds out the bitch assness. It's still gonna be there, right? Because you're gonna have somebody that's gonna sneak and try to cut corners and try like you said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers don't want to play by the rules. They don't want to do they trying to cut corners and take the easy route. No, you got to put in the work. So now that's why you have today. You got these women running around here mad and upset because a nigga done finessed them out some pussy, make them think that they somebody that they not. Simp shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh baby, you know, baby, this, that, bitch, that shit a rental. Yeah, you want to take a ride in my car? Bitch, that ain't in his car. Oh, you want to go that's an Airbnb. Oh baby, niggas will go to the utmost extreme for some pussy. And then once they get it, and it's like now they don't give a fuck if she found out the truth because he got what he wanted. So you finesse this girl out some drawers, and it's like you know. So it's at the end of the day, this is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, as men, all you have is you. That's all you got, but that's all you need, bruh. That's all you need. You don't understand how powerful you are. Your fucking mind, your mind controls your body. As a man thinketh, so shall he be. So there's nothing that you can't accomplish. There's nothing that you can't do once you set your mind to it. Once you fully lock, Big A know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Because he crazy as fuck too. He tunnel vision. Y'all he always on his tongue. Oh, that nigga Jeff. Nah, that nigga crazy as shit too. You gotta be crazy. As a man, you have to be literally insane when it comes to whatever your goal, whatever your purpose is. You have to get lost in that shit. You have to immerse yourself in it to the point where nothing else matters but accomplishing this goal. Because if that is not your mindset, if you don't have them blinders on, you ain't fully locked in, bro. All them distractions, something gonna distract you, something gonna knock you off.
Yeah.
It could be a woman, it could be whatever, money, fucking whatever the fuck it is.
But
something's gonna distract you and knock you off your pivot.
Yeah, and when that happens, you know, this is what extreme ownership entitles. This is what it means. Let's talk about what extreme ownership is. It means that for every outcome, good or bad, you look inward. You are accountable for the results, even if you weren't directly responsible, every single step or person involved.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of people look at that and be like, well, it ain't my business, it didn't start with me or whatever the case may be, but you in it or whatever the situation is. A leader, somebody who leads, takes extreme ownership.
Mm-hmm.
But yet a lot of us who want to take that leader position, but you don't want to take extreme ownership. Somebody try to toss me the crown, I'm about to boot that thing through the field goal. Don't give it to me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to like run what? I'm running out the bad boy, like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm being straight up. You know what I'm saying? Straight being for real though. Extreme ownership is the start of leadership. And we had this conversation yesterday. We all need to take leadership starts with your own life, your morals and values, how you put on your pants every day. You know what I'm saying? How you lace up your shoes, how you know what I'm saying, go through your whole daily routine, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we have to start. That's where things start to change, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the situation you might have been completely in the right or whatever the case may be, but the outcome is this way. Are you analyzing the whole situation at it, you know what I'm saying, at its core? Or are you trying to, look at the situation, you know what I'm saying? Because irregardless, like I say this all the time, man, we can sit up here and argue about the same thing for days and days and days and days. We turn into weeks and we still talking about the same subject and nobody got nowhere. We're beating a dead horse. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And at the end, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, it's like, okay, let's analyze this whole situation. Is it worth talking about? They not gonna say it wrong. I'm not gonna say I'm wrong. This is such and so forth. Where's the extreme ownership? You know what? I'm gonna leave the subject alone. It ain't even worth it. Because if I get involved in it, I'm part of it. I'm probably going to spark the flame anyway. You know what? I'm going to sit back on the background. Just let it go. Mm-hmm. It takes more power to show restraint than it is to let go.
And then,
huh?
And this is the thing, bro. If we don't let it go, what happens is it consumes you.
Yes, and what did I say yesterday about the green-eyed giant? See how these things tie one thing to another. Yep. You yourself can become the green-eyed monster. You yourself, Mr. CEO can rub me the wrong way and he don't know it, and then all of a sudden I'm waiting for you. You know what I'm saying? In the worst way, and I'm not talking about physically. I'm trying to air you out. I'm trying to air out your dirty laundry. I'm trying to do whatever I can to, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to sleep. I'm calling my homeboy talking about you. Next thing you know, I'm even sounding like you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Before you know it, you yourself have become that green-eyed monster. You got 100% of energy in the day, and you wasting all your energy on that.
Yep. Same 24 hours. Everybody got the same 24.
Yep.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? And so you gotta back up and start taking. Okay, where is the extreme ownership in this? I'm focused on them. Let me look at myself. How is this? How we back into this? How, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. If I would remove myself out the situation, man, you know what I'm saying? I probably can focus on you know what I'm saying, this goal that I need to take care of here. Shoot, you know what I'm saying? Right. Hey, Casino, appreciate that 5 piece, man.
Casino was good. Appreciate
it. That's going back to the community, bro. That's what we do, man. Appreciate it, man. Salute. Yeah, it's feminine traits. Bruce, man, it sure is, but at the same time, this is where we at today, bro.
Yep.
This is where we at, man. It's sad that we for real, on the cool. We having these conversations on a regular basis. I'm not just talking about this channel at Shogun Unlimited Men at Work. I'm just saying you can go on YouTube and you're going to see feminists talking and the masculine talking. You're going to see it in reverse and so on and so forth. These are topics that we have in the day. Like, you can go back 20, 30 years, man. You would have to scour to find this type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Unless you're looking for it in books. But we having these conversations on a regular basis because these are the obstacles we face with, and we ain't even looking at ourselves. We pointing the finger.
Now, let me say this, Big A, and to piggyback off of that, and this is why I wanted. So, Men at Work was actually, I'm gonna give you a backstory. I don't know if Big A remember this, but Men at Work was actually a platform that we all were discussing topics just like we talking today, right? Me, Shogun, and Big A, and we was like, man, we need a platform. We need to make something where, you know, we can just talk freely and make it just be men. And, you know, so I said, well, shit, I got a page I've been working on. I ain't done nothing with it. And it was like, what's it? I said, it's called Men at Work.
Yeah.
And they was like, well, you know, what's it? So then we started talking. That's how this shit formed, man. When I tell y'all I want this platform, I don't, all right, for instance, on YouTube, let's just say on YouTube, when we was like, let's just say like 10 years ago, there was nothing like this on social media, on YouTube, you couldn't find a platform like this where you got real men. When I say real men, I'm not talking about you know, these old pretty boy ass niggas that be sitting in front of a camera with you know, with shit, little contraptions in the background and they neon lights and all that goofy ass. I'm not talking about them niggas. That's some new age shit. I'm talking about old school nigga, rough ass hands, nigga. I could fucking change this, or I could drop this transmission. It's got them old heads, the niggas we grew up looking up to and laughing at. You know, they drunk out there arguing and shit, and you know, working on cars. I didn't see nothing to where men of that caliber could go and could fellowship and could vent and could build with one another. So we would get in what we feel, whatever, you know, kind of channel, whatever platform you see. But what platform is really, you know, you had like brothers like RIP, like Kevin Samuels, right? But Kevin Samuels ain't our type of a man. That's no disrespect to him. I get that man his flowers. You know what I'm saying? He changed a lot of lives. You know, he helped a lot of people out, his platform, and he ruffled a lot of feathers too. But everything he said was truthful, it was honest, it was real, and it was needed. To where you have platforms now that if you know, you got platforms now. If you look at them, I be like, God damn, they just basically just stole this man's whole, you know, persona. His whole thing. It's like, damn, you got the suit, you got the shit in the background, you got calling women and you calling in and you know, you doing ratings and all. But that goes to show, and his whole concept, he took from somebody else too. I seen that some white guy I think he had wrote a book. It was on a talk show, like Ricky Lake or some shit. I seen a clip somebody had sent me. I'm like, damn. So, but it's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Because what that is a man seeing another man's greatness and hearing his philosophies, right? His perspectives, right? And being able to connect with that. Just like how we listening to Frederick Douglass's life and the things that he did and the journey he was on. We're able to connect with that, right? Because as men, we have to be able to connect with other men in order to build with them. I can't respect you as a man if you ain't been through shit. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's what makes you a man. And that also is what makes you a respectable and honorable man. You want to be honored, you have to do honorable things. That's honorable. To be able to go through trials and tribulations, to go through adversity, and have the option to quit. That option is always present, always. You don't have to do what you're doing, but you still get your black ass up every day and get to it. Yeah. Men at work, we working every day, all day. I don't care if you're not physically, and it's not just physical, because the physical is just a reaction of the mental. Your mental never cuts off. When you sleep, you dreaming about what the fuck you got to get up and do. Yeah. Y'all been there before? Yeah. Well, you having nightmares, dreaming about the shit you got to do.
Sleep working. I pass out working, like literally working.
Right. Wake up. Oh shit. Didn't even know you was asleep. Oh shit. Wake up drooling and shit. Like, damn. Oh shit. What the fuck?
I did that with a meeting with y'all. We on the back chat. I passed out, man. I woke up. I ain't even know what happened. Man. Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce, you're right. We fighting each other, but ultimately, we fighting ourselves.
That's what I'm about to say. It ain't each other.
We fighting ourselves.
Nobody wants to sit there and take extreme ownership. Nobody wants to take full accountability. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now, I know my stuff stink. I ain't got no problem with that. Hello, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I'm just saying, like, as a whole, man, we don't look at ourselves first. We don't take extreme ownership of our situation. We don't take extreme ownership of you know what I'm saying, the mistakes that we making with ourselves on a daily do. You know you're supposed to be handling this, but you're doing that instead. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? These things happen to us all, and then all of a sudden you get caught up in whatever situation you got going in your personal life, and then you bring it somewhere else.
Right.
Somebody cut you off in traffic or something like that, or somebody bumped you at the store or something like that, and you got this misdirected anger. You jump on, you know what I'm saying? You want to troll somebody, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be, because you get a kick out of that. But at the same time, man, you know, we gotta work. We gotta handle. You know what I'm saying? We gotta take extreme ownership of us.
Right.
You know, big time.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah.
This I love these lives like this, man, because it just gives an open forum. You know, it lets the viewers like get a glimpse into our lives, into our minds, and vice versa. And we're seeing, and a lot of times, if you watch this content faithfully, you know, you watch these lives, you watch the shorts, you watch the videos, you notice when there is, even on just on Shogun Unlimited, just on the network, you know what I'm saying, on other lives, other shit, I notice even when there's a disagreement or argument or debate, right? If you really just take yourself out of it, or if you view this situation as a third party, you have nothing to gain or lose from this situation or this debate. You can view it for what it is. No feelings, no emotions attached to it. You're just an observer, right?
Yeah.
And you really listen to understand, not listen to respond. You'll notice that motherfuckers really be saying the same goddamn thing, just using different verbiage. And we'll be going back and forth for an hour fucking straight and both saying the same goddamn thing. But no, you gotta view it the way I view it. No, nigga, you gotta view it the way I view it. And it's like, y'all both view it the same way.
Yeah, but y'all, we talked about that yesterday, man. And if you missed it, man, we talked about social intelligence. This is a real thing. Social intelligence. And when you recognize social intelligence, and then you can assess the situation. Dre said this. He said, man, if you know, an intelligent man and a fool are arguing, and somebody looking from afar, you couldn't tell who from who. Some people emotionally, not emotionally. Some people social intelligence level is very low.
Yep.
Is very low. Some people social intelligence is right where it should be, and some people are above average. But we all sitting in a pool together. We all sitting in the same room. You know what I'm saying? We all sitting in the same room, mixing and mingling. You know, so it's like you know, it just is what it is, man. You know, but social intelligence is a real thing, man, and navigating through the green-eyed monster. And now we up here taking self-accountability so we can have self-reliance. You can't rely on yourself if you ain't willing to hold yourself accountable.
Right.
If it don't go your way, you gonna blame somebody else over here, and then you go over there and don't go your way, then it's their problem. Then you go over here and then all of a sudden it's the world. It ain't you, it's the world. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we gotta start taking self-accountability so we can start having self-reliance. We can, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
On a funny note, though, Big A. On a funny note, bro, This shit is embarrassing. I'm gonna just keep 100 with y'all.
That's why I said the first day. That's why I said the first day of going through. I'm like, bro, like, yeah, man.
It's
but
embarrassing,
it is
bro.
what it is. But at the same time, like something like talking about these things is, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking to myself too, because like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, like this, like I ain't innocent in all this. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what makes it embarrassing, because it's like you see yourself, right? Especially the age we at now, right? It don't even matter the age, because I know motherfuckers that's older than me that I still look at like, God damn, bro, like come on, bro. Like it's embarrassing, bro, because it's like you just making a fool of yourself and you don't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? And it's embarrassing, because at the end of the day, we can say all day long, oh, you know, fuck that nigga, oh, he ain't on shit, or well, fuck him. But that's still your brother. That's still someone who society or the masses is gonna look at and predispose or prejudge you off of. So a lot of the shit that we deal with, or a lot of the what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of the stereotypes. A lot of the stereotypes that exist because of these simp bitch ass niggas. It's men who, weak men, right, who are in certain positions of power that shouldn't be there and not qualified to be there. You have other people that are outside of our community or outside of our world, right? And they don't understand it. So all they can go off of is what they see on TV, is what they see when they go to the grocery store, when they out in the street. So if all they seeing is just negative aspects or representations of us, what the fuck is you, when they interact with you or see you, what the fuck you think they gonna think? So we consistently have to always be mindful of our actions and our words and how we carry ourselves, how we dress. All this shit plays a, you know, when we was young, fuck that shit, my pants sagging, nigga, I'm thugging, nigga, fuck that shit. Yeah, but we men now. You went through that phase, you over that, you a man now. You realize that these things are not gonna help your situation. You want to, but it's all. What I'm saying is, bro, at the end of the day, each one teach one. If you, and I'm not saying waste your fucking time. That is not what I'm saying. Everybody can't be saved. I ain't even trying to save everybody.
Save you from yourself. That's
exactly.
One thing you cannot save me from me. And I can't save you from you.
So if that's the case, you just they gotta learn. They gotta learn their lessons, that you can leave them alone. But the ones that are showing you the signs, they doing every fucking thing they can possibly do to try to get it right, and they just can't figure it out. Those are the ones that you wanted to put your resources into, your time in, or your effort into to help, because they need help. That's the ones that need help. The other ones, they need to grow the fuck up. Because anything, you can't give them help. Only thing you can give them is enablement. You can enable them to continue in a bullshit. You can enable them to continue to be a bitch ass nigga. That's what you're doing. We got enough of them. They don't need no fucking help. They gonna either sink or float. The niggas learn how to tread water or drown, motherfucker. Because I had to do it. I had to do it. Ain't nobody throw no life raft out to me. They on the boat watching me, laughing, throwing shit at me and shit. Mother of hell, ha 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 ha. They throwing, die, nigga, die. But I made it through that shit. I didn't give up. I kept treading, holding my breath, going under, got to come back up. Feel like I want to give up, man. Fuck, I'm out there just trying. Nope. Something in me just nope. I got to come back, get that breath. I'm back, and eventually, your endurance builds up, your strength builds up, you mentally, physically, right, to the point where now, motherfucker, I'm swimming like a fish. I swim over to fuck the boat, fuck that boat. I'm swimming to shore. Now everybody on the boat looking at me like, damn. This nigga, we thought he wasn't going, damn, but how he, damn. Now they questioning themselves. I watched this man struggling. I watched this man, like, basically, it's no hope for him. He's dead, he's done. And we laughed at him. We threw rocks at him. We made fun of him. But he made it to shore. Would I be able to do that? Can I fight that current as long as he did? Can I take all the punishment he took? Can I fight off a shock while I'm trying to shocks and everything else while I'm trying to tread water and stay afloat? Motherfuckers throwing shit at me and trying to, you know what I'm saying? Won't throw a life raft out, but they good. They on the boat. They safe. They good. Can I make it? Because this boat is sinking. This motherfucker's sinking. So eventually, I'm gonna have to do exactly what he did, or else I'm dead. Can I make it through that? Can I make it to shore? I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. So this is what I'm saying. The ones that you can help the ones that you can help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the rest of them, fuck them. They gonna drown. They have to. It's nature. We gotta stop as men. We have to get back to basics. All this bullshit that we've been taught from childhood, from your parents, your mother tried to make you a simp. The school system tried to make you a fucking bitch ass nigga. The church tried to make you a bitch ass nigga. Everything in your life has tried to keep you dumb and ignorant to who you are and what your true purpose is. Your true purpose is not to fucking go to work and slave for some worthless ass bitch and some disrespectful, unappreciative children, and then retire and wait to die. You think that's what the fuck come on, bro. No, you a fucking man. You every man's goal should be to change the world by changing himself. Be the best version of yourself that you can be every day, however that looks. I don't give a fuck where you starting from. Also stop looking at other men and comparing yourself to other men on their journey.
Yeah.
They've been on the road, they've been traveling on their journey for decades. You just getting started and you trying to, dang man, he way up there. Yeah, motherfucker, you ain't got a clue what the fuck he had to do to get there. You still got to go through it. Don't worry about him. Focus on you. Use him as motivation.
Yeah, I like asking those type of people questions, man, because I like asking them about their obstacles. You know, it's a well-off guy that I know, financially free. You know, he got M's and whatnot. He in the real estate, and we would kick it all the time, man. And I'm seeing the shine, but I'm asking him about the grind. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And one of the questions I would ask is, tell me about, your lowest time type deal, and he would go through the spiel. And when you start telling his lowest time, you'd be like, dang, that's damn near harder. That's like, dang, that's man. You know what I'm saying? You overcame that. Right. And then he on the other side, but all you seeing is the shine. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And we about to get up out of here, man, because we passed that hour mark, and this has been a good one, man. And Mr. Pimps, where can they find you at, bro?
Man, y'all already know, man. If you don't know, I'm gonna say it for the ones that ain't been here before, the newbies. Go check out my 50 million platforms that I got. Candlelit Collections, all platforms. CandlelitCollections.com. That's the clothing brand. Macedonia Worldwide. For all you freak niggas. El Loco Marano. That's the music page. What I miss? Men at Work, of course. I forget Men at Work. On YouTube and Pimps Over Simps over YouTube, man. You take your pick. Follow one, follow them all, man. It's gonna be the same shit. It don't matter where I'm selling clothes or pimping hoes, nigga. It's what the fuck it is. I'm the same motherfucker.
Yeah, man. Yeah, salute to the chat, Dickie Foster, man, Doctor, man, Tony M. You know what to do. Yeah,
hey man, I hope I inspired somebody to find somebody ass up to get up. I know somebody was sitting on their ass while I was talking, and they had to hop up and go do something. That's my goal, man. To inspire and to that speech. I don't know if y'all remember Braveheart. When they about to go to war and shit, and he gave them up. Nigga, I got up, got a knife out the kitchen. I was ready to stab somebody. Nigga, he said that speech, man. That's what we need, man. We need inspirational men. We need men to motivate. You know what I'm saying? We got all these motherfuckers just, they talking, but they ain't really saying nothing. They ain't saying nothing inspiring. I'm trying to inspire y'all motherfuckers to get yourselves out of your own way. Because a lot of us, nigga, you in your way.
Yeah.
You in your way. Ain't nobody in your fucking way. Ain't nobody stopping you from doing shit. Nothing in life. Nothing. Whatever you want to do, nigga, you can do it. But you got to get out of your way. Yeah. You got to stop it. Man, I don't know if I'm going to make... Nigga, you'll never fucking know.
You do it. The weight of the world is on my shoulders.
Man, you can carry it. You can carry it. You can carry it. Them knees going to be shaking. You're going to be buckling. But you can hold it. You can hold it.
Yeah.
You can hold it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Who else was in here, man? Let me see. Casino, Lone Wolf, man. There you go. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Man.
That's
Bruce,
right, Bruce. That's right, Bruce. Hate make you stronger. Hate ain't nothing but an extreme form of love. That's all hate. The motherfuckers love you so much they can't stand how much they love you, so they hate you.
Hey. Yeah, man. But you know, we about to get up out of here, man. But we gonna leave. I'm gonna leave y'all with a question, man, for y'all to ponder on, man. We may talk about it at a different time, but no BS, man. If you ain't driving or nothing like this, and I'm serious, man, I ain't trying to play no games or nothing like that. But if you could do me a favor and close your eyes for me for a second, I want you to listen to me, right? You got a pistol in your hand right now, and you know what I'm saying? It's fully loaded, one in the chamber. And I want you to think about the worst enemy you've ever had. Worst enemy you have. And I want you to open your eyes and tell me, does he look like you? Does he dress like you? Does he talk and walk like you? With that note, we out.
Salute.
Yeah. Beat drop slow, head not flow. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Sack it from the south. Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breathe for clout, we breathe for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die. Started with Boogeyman, ghost in the chain. Locked in the game, never move for fame. Old mountain lions run deep in the flame. Socket about the fire, Michonne brought the name. Then came Fat Boy, muscle in the frame. Man, hard, put respect on the name. Shotgun smooth, but the work insane. Sugar sweet jit, but our bite ain't tame. Kiki in the back, had a game in the veins. Gatorade heavy, ran it straight through the rain. Red Ninja close, watch him work in the lane. Renegade rider can't hold that chain. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Socket from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breathe for clout, we breathe for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die. Ain't no luck, just grit and grind. Every dog here put work in time. Lady Rage got that fire in her eyes. Red alert taught us how to recognize signs. Blood heavy like a 2-ton chain. Everything proven, no need to explain. They asked what's in it, that yellow campaign. Built off real, we don't fake no strain. Second was the flame, Michonne lit the wick. If you know, then you know that line too slick. From the field to the show, every move so thick you can't blueprint this. It's the legacy pick. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Sack it from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breathe for clout, we breathe for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die.
Yo. Yeah, I'm still here. Hey, mic on mute. Mic on mute. Your mic on mute.